Good morning. Good to see all of you. Happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, right? Making sure. I think so. Good to see you all. What's going on? I'm trying to post the videos prior the night before so I could start exactly at 8 o'clock every morning. That's going to be the plan. It's just if the kids agree with it or not when bedtime rolls around. You know how that goes. Zeej Miner, good morning. Good to see you guys. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. Let me see who's in the chat. Mr. Fudweiser, Douglas, what's up, buddy? Sadie, sometimes. Good to see you. Steven Cicero, WTF early today. Yes, that's why I addressed it. Duke Nukem, what's going on? Overboard Tech, good to see you as well. Dan Ruggs, World Coin. I love your name. Still World Coin. Mr. Taines in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Let's see. Who else did I miss? All Set Miner. Good to see you, buddy. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Leo Lustig, my man. I might have already said that. But anyways, guys, happy Tuesday and good morning. Let's see what the market's looking like today. I don't know what's going on with this page right here, but it's got a big old black border for whatever reason. Something's going on. Hold on, let me see. Oh, I fixed it. There we go. All right, 29,390 for Bitcoin. We have Ethereum 1836. BNB is 243. Let's see. LTC still 83 bucks. We have Dogecoin 7 cents. What's XRP? XRP is 62 cents. Not too bad. Could be worse, right? Let's check the top earner on the day real quick, and then we'll get into PayPal and all of their they're announcing their stable coin, which is pretty interesting. So we have Render down 8.7%. Good. I'm waiting for this to get to $1.50. That's what we need. It's at $1.60 right now. I just checked. I was gonna buy some. Gaspa is up 22%. Let's see. This is on the week. Let's go to the day. Gaspa is down 6.7% on the day. So interesting. Algorand, right, is up 6.3%. H-bar, I don't know what this is. 6%. Fedora, no, I have heard of that. Obviously, in the past couple weeks, actually, been seeing it on the chart, but I've never looked into the coin itself. What is RPL? It's Rocket Pool. I've heard of Rocket Pool. Rocket Pool is down 6.4%. Interesting. All right, let's check out the Fear and Greed Index, then we'll get into the top 10 coins. 54 looks pretty neutral, same as always, actually. Past couple months. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat as we go along. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, XRP, USD coin, Lado Staked Ether, Dogecoin, Cardano, and Solana, the top 10 coins by market cap. We also have Litecoin down in 14th place. Interesting. I always check where Litecoin is just because, and I do have some Shiba. I have a lot of Shiba that I want to sell as soon as it starts pumping, so it needs to start doing something. Anyways, all right. First things first, this is officially from PayPal. You know what? I'll subscribe because I'm not subscribed to them, but this is PayPal, their official YouTube channel. Check out this video and tell me what you guys think about this. Design for digital payments Web3, built on Ethereum. That is huge. Pretty crazy. This, guys, is a big deal. Look at Mr. Hot Crypto's popping up all over my stuff. Actually, everybody from Misfit Mining, the Mining King, Max Voltage, all recommended videos. It's hysterical. All right, so guys, this is a big deal for Ethereum for one, and also for, you know, crypto as a whole. This is going to open up mainstream adoption for people to understand that things run on Ethereum network. It's just a big deal overall. So I have a feeling it's going to drive the price pretty good. Let's see. Why not PYUSD? I don't know, actually. That's a good question. I was wondering why they did PY, but maybe PP sounds weird. So I don't know. That's probably why. Just immature brains. Anyways, all right. Crypto world on CNBC. Let's see. PayPal launches dollar-backed stablecoin issued by Paxos, and then they will go over today's news. Or yesterday afternoon's news. So let's get into this. If you guys have any questions during, please feel free to ask. Without further ado, let's do it.
Today, PayPal begins rolling out its US dollar-backed stablecoin. Global X refiles for a spot Bitcoin ETF, and Brent Shu of OMI breaks down the outlook for altcoins as US regulatory uncertainty lingers. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Kate Rooney. Digital currencies on the decline through the weekend and into Monday morning. By noon Eastern, Bitcoin traded below the $29,000 level, and Ether traded just above $1,820. Meanwhile, Shiba Inu coming back down from a weekend rally.
Real quick, I'm going to put a poll in the chat. I want to know if you guys think PayPal stablecoin is bullish for crypto as a whole.
Okay, let's talk about some of the top stories. First, PayPal just launched its stablecoin. The company announced that PayPal USD is issued by Paxos and it's rolling out to customers starting today. It's fully backed by US dollars, US treasuries, and similar cash equivalents. Users can use PayPal USD to send payments, pay for certain items at checkout, and transfer the stablecoin to external wallets. Today's launch comes after PayPal initially paused development of its stablecoin back in February due to regulatory scrutiny. Next, Global X is jumping back into the race to bring a spot Bitcoin ETF to the States. The firm refiled its proposal for a spot Bitcoin ETF to be listed on the CBOE. And just like many of the other spot ETF proposals under review by the SEC, Global X lists Coinbase as its surveillance sharing partner. One of the chief criticisms by the SEC when rejecting past proposals was lack of certainty that issuers could avoid market manipulation. Firms like Global X and BlackRock are hoping Coinbase's surveillance of Bitcoin trading can help quell some of those fears. Last, Kenyan officials have reportedly raided a WorldCoin warehouse in Nairobi. According to local outlet Kaha Watungo, multiple agencies executed a search warrant at the facility and left with machines that stored customer data. Kenya halted WorldCoin's operations in the country last week, citing privacy and security concerns. We reached out to WorldCoin for comment on this report, but haven't heard back yet.
WorldCoin, like a place where they held the orbs and stuff, got raided? That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. So, Mr. Fudweiser, real quick, in the chat, said, PayPal is huge, but they are not crypto, just a payment method, but yet. They're not huge yet with crypto. So, I mean, this whole stablecoin thing could change things forever when it comes to mainstream adoption. Alltrax says, I have to get back to it. Thanks. Appreciate you, buddy. Have a good day, man. Oh, yeah, dude, you won the hash rate giveaway. Congratulations, by the way. Make sure you send me a DM in Discord, and we'll get you set up today. All right, let's get back to this. Let's see what he has to say about altcoins and all this stuff. I forget the guy's name, to be honest.
All right, let's turn back to the markets for our main story. Altcoins have swung wildly in 2023 as regulatory uncertainty and industry-wide uncertainty have weighed on investors. But what's next for cryptocurrencies not named Bitcoin? Crypto World's Jordan Smith spoke to Brent Shu, founder and CEO of OMI, to find out.
Bitcoin has gotten a lot of attention this year for its performance, the spot ETFs and all of that. But I want to talk about altcoins today. Where are altcoin investors this year? What does the sentiment sort of look like for the space?
The way to look at this perspective is that Bitcoin is in many ways the index for crypto, and the various altcoins coincide with the price of Bitcoin. And you can see increased beta related to these altcoin performance. You can separate altcoins into different categories. On one end, there's different derivatives of Ethereum, like Avalanche, Polygon, Binance Smart Chain. On the other, there's L2 solutions like Optimism, Arbitrum, and a whole slew of other L2s that are coming out from the Rollup ecosystem. And then you can also look at alternative base layers like the Solanas of the world, the Polygons, the Cardanos, even looking at XRP. And then separate from that, look at DeFi. So when looking at altcoin performance, you'll see that Bitcoin initially has its rallies, followed by altcoin performance as the market re-enters the space and develops strong conviction for a lot of these new assets.
As you mentioned, there are a bunch of different altcoins. There are a bunch of different use cases for these tokens. But I think one point of commonality maybe this year was that some of the ones that you mentioned were implicated in SEC lawsuits, Solana, Polygon, and the like. And some of them were even delisted from exchanges. How much is U.S. regulatory pressure weighing on these tokens, if at all? I mean, how much is that actually hurting prices, or is it just general lack of investor interest that's really directing how little some of these tokens are moving?
When it comes to regulations, it's important to understand that the Overton window related to a lot of these crypto assets is shifting and also being developed in many ways. Look at the XRP situation and look at how the ecosystem is handling this side of the regulations. We see that there's constantly a regulatory battle between discussions of whether a token is considered a security or if it's not. I think the key to figuring out this ecosystem is actually defining a certain set of standards, some applicable laws that can better define how we treat these assets from a regulatory perspective. You're correct that a lot of the altcoins mentioned were implicated. That being said, these are just initial implications. What happens further down the line is another consideration for how regulators and the projects themselves should be interpreting how best to operate in this ecosystem.
Yeah, I feel like the initial reaction from some of these rulings was that, like, okay, it's done, it's been decided, like we can all move on. But really, this is the start of a very long process, not just for appeals, but for the larger regulatory environment in the US. Is that going to weigh on these tokens, particularly like XRP or Solana or Polygon, who have maybe been caught up in this battle? Or is this something that eventually investors will move on from, especially if they don't see any movement?
I think Brian Armstrong tweeted this morning that there's no way that crypto or a lot of these organizations are going to officially leave the US, because when looking at broader market ecosystems, the US is one of the most important, if not the most important market to be able to operate in, because it really sets the gold standard for how different types of assets can exist in a cohesive ecosystem. Basically, the US sets the stage for a lot of these capital market frameworks. I'd say other jurisdictions have their own ideas on capital markets regulations, but as crypto becomes more mature and develops better frameworks for how it operates as a new form of asset class in the broader market environment, the US is going to be an important ecosystem to define the rules in and to establish the right opportunities and frameworks for how these assets should be implemented. And so to sum up, I'd say that it's going to be a long battle, but it's well worth it considering the amount of access and the amount of users in the US.
Let's take a bit of an optimistic angle here too. What are the areas of strength right now? Is it tokens that have a very clear utility? Is it some of those layer twos or some of the Ethereum competitors that you mentioned earlier? Or is it meme tokens like Shiba Inu? I mean, that had a huge rally over the weekend. Where are investors seeing real positive growth right now?
The real strength is in fundamental platforms that exhibit strong characteristics of technological innovation. The way that you should be looking at some of these altcoins is that they're really like a call option on the success of the technology being proliferated in the broader ecosystem. That being said, I have seen the altcoin rallies. I have seen different meme coins develop a lot of attention. I'd say that these are somewhat lagging indicators. They don't really indicate direct use cases, but rather they're just a temporary buzz that happens in the ecosystem. Once the main blue chip assets develop the right infrastructure and functionality for the broader ecosystem, you're going to see more value accumulation to them. And I'd say that that's going to be the driver of the next crypto bull run as we approach 2024, which will be election year. So expect lots of volatility going into that segment.
It's going to be
crazy.
crazy.
I'm glad that you brought up the next bull run. That was going to be my next question, was what are going to be the driving factors for that? And ultimately, I guess the question for me is, when you're looking at investor interest at the start of that next bull run, is it going to head towards the Bitcoins or even Ethereum as the major altcoin? Are those going to take the oxygen out of the room, so to speak, and really drive investor interest before some of the other tokens?
It's very difficult to deny the dominant network effect of Ethereum, not just Ethereum tokens, but also EVM sidechains, as well as L2 solutions. As we see more rollups emerge, so I was at EFCC in Paris a few weeks ago, and it was definitely L2 season, where different networks were launching their own L2s for the broader crypto ecosystem. And so I'd say that Ethereum is going to take a major part of that stage on the next bull run.
Okay, that's it for crypto.
All right. Well, shout out to Crypto World for that. Real quick, Financial Failure said, I would have to say meme coins are great for getting noobs into crypto. And that's so true. So like an example of that, right? I used to do plumbing, right? I had a plumbing business for long time. And the contractor, one of the contractors that I used to work with, or actually, you know what, he's the contractor that built this house. He was into Dogecoin, and it wasn't because like he was into crypto. It was just because everybody talked about Dogecoin and meme coins and all that. So like, you know, his kid had some, he had some, like his friends had some. Like meme coins are so easy for people to get into because it's just neat, it's cheap, and you know what, you have a chance to make some money, so people will gamble on it. So that's kind of why meme coins pop off. But I don't know, but yeah, you're not wrong there for sure. Definitely not wrong there. All right, let's get back into some PayPal news. Let's you know what, we'll go to Paul Barron after. We're gonna see, let's check out what Altcoin Daily has to say, Mr. Austin over here, and see what he says about this whole PayPal supporting crypto thing. I think it's gonna be huge, especially for Ethereum, to be honest. I would be shocked if it doesn't hit crazy new all-time highs this next bull run if this goes through. So let's hear what they got to say. If you guys have questions, feel free to at me in the chat. Let's do it.
Breaking news, and this is huge. PayPal has launched their own stablecoin. American financial giant and tech company PayPal has launched a new stablecoin called PayPal USD, PYUSD, today, August 7th. The US dollar-pegged stablecoin is issued by Paxos Trust Company and fully backed by US dollar deposits, short-term treasuries, and similar cash equivalents. It's built on the Ethereum blockchain and designed for digital payments and Web3, designed to be compatible with the most widely used exchanges, Web3 apps, and wallets. PayPal USD will be redeemable for US dollars at all times, can be exchanged for other cryptocurrencies on PayPal, and will be transferable between PayPal and Venmo.
That's huge. The amount of people that use PayPal and Venmo is massive, and being able to redeem US dollars at all times, that is, see, this is the exact statement right here, or a sentence right here, why this is going to be huge for mainstream.
PayPal boasts over 350 million active users, and as you know, already lets users buy, sell, and trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bcash, and Litecoin.
You know
Congrats
what?
to Ethereum.
You know what? Just thinking about this, the whole Twitter X thing wanted to become a whole one-shot like payment system, like does everything for you. What Elon Musk is portraying that he wants that to be. I wonder if that's what kicked PayPal in the ass to get this thing going, or if they were already working on it because they knew Elon Musk was going to be doing this. Kind of crazy because he used to be involved with PayPal way back in the day. It's that's pretty nuts, pretty nuts.
Ethereum holders, PayPal has chosen ETH for their stablecoin, but will most likely be expanding in the future.
It's really
Watch
big for
this
Ethereum.
little promotional video, and then we'll talk about
he's gonna
how
play it again.
significant this is for crypto. So why does
Cheers.
PayPal launching a stablecoin on Ethereum matter? Let's dive in. Thread by Chainlink God. PayPal's stablecoin, PayPal USD, shows that there is clear demand from financial services companies to tokenize assets on blockchains. Tokenizing dollars is the most straightforward asset to tokenize and is directly relevant for payment processors like PayPal. PayPal has a majority market share of online payment processing, with 40 million plus transactions processed per day, over 400 million plus active users globally, and 30 million plus merchant accounts. PayPal launching their stablecoin legitimizes crypto, Web3, and stablecoins for normies and regulators. The fact that PayPal is issuing PayPal USD on the public Ethereum blockchain instead of a private PayPal chain shows the power of network effects.
And that's a good point too. I mean, I'm super excited for Ethereum. I know a lot of you guys don't hold it anymore, but I don't know. This is pretty bullish for Ethereum, at least in my opinion.
Doubt that they will expand to other chains as well, multi-chain, just as other stablecoins have to obtain more market share. PayPal USD marks a strong signal to other payment processors and financial market services providers that they need to take stablecoins and Web3 seriously. I highly doubt PayPal's competitors are going to sit idly by and willingly lose market share The future is unpredictable. Regulations around stablecoins are still unclear in the US, although significant progress has been made and other nations are passing regulation. This move by PayPal with PayPal USD, however, is an extremely positive sign for Web3 adoption. What do you think this means for crypto? Comment your thoughts below. Big news for Bitcoin. Long-term Bitcoin holders metric just hit an all-time high. Long-term Bitcoin holders are addresses that have held Bitcoin for at least 155 days. According to Glassnode, previous research shows that this type of address is statistically unlikely to spend that Bitcoin and thus, in Bitcoin slang, assumed to be hodling. To be honest, this is a very bullish metric for Bitcoin.
Absolutely.
And with a spot Bitcoin ETF on the horizon, Cathie Wood says that the SEC will approve multiple Bitcoin ETFs at once if they approve any. Hey, join us.
Of course, I don't think she's wrong at all there, to be honest. I don't think she is. I'm going to skip through whatever this is. That was a little bit of a shill, I think.
To see you there. And then huge news for Ethereum. Bloomberg analysts assign a 75% chance that an Ethereum ETF is approved in the United States this year. This would be huge. Ethereum ETF incoming, odds of an ETH ETF skyrocket to 75%. While anticipation over a potential Bitcoin spot ETF has gripped investors, and Ethereum ETF approval may also be waiting in the wings.
I did not see this yet. That's huge. That would be massive for Ethereum and crypto as a whole, to be honest. Because having an entire network be an ETF now, especially with this whole PayPal news, man, I personally still hold Ethereum, just being fully transparent with you guys. I don't know if a lot of you guys still do, if you guys sold everything just because the whole mining aspect went away, but there is so much to be, like, there's so much built on Ethereum. Like, Ethereum is like the main thing I think of when I think of like the top two coins, right? Like it's a Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's always been that way, and I don't think that's ever going to change. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, the mining thing sucks at going away, but at the end of the day, like, Ethereum's still a network and it's still there. It's still thriving, you know? So I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Let me know in the chat.
Bloomberg analysts now assign a 75% chance of one such product being approved in the United States this year.
That would be so cool.
These are the two Bloomberg analysts who tweeted out this information themselves. The odds of Ethereum futures ETFs hitting U.S. exchanges this year have risen dramatically to 75%.
That's
in
massive.
our view, after a spurt of 12 applications to the SEC in recent days, the SEC appears to be changing its posture towards crypto based on reports of its back channel messaging to ETF issuers. Also, we believe the SEC would have a hard time in court defending the denial of Ethereum futures ETFs after approving standard and leveraged Bitcoin futures ETFs. So we're talking about an Ethereum futures ETF. They've already approved a Bitcoin futures ETF. We have those products. We're waiting for approval of a Bitcoin spot ETF. And then, when all of these are approved and functioning, what do you think is right around the corner? An Ethereum spot ETF. Finally, if you subscribe to our channel, you know that Polygon is going through some huge changes. No longer will they have a Matic token. Now they will have a Pol token, and these will be redeemable one for one.
Wait. No more Matic token? That's weird.
Polygon 2.0 is coming. Let me answer some of your questions. Why is Polygon 2.0 so special? This is Sandeep, the co-founder of Polygon.
Polygon 2.0 is the ultimate vision of Web3 to achieve an infinitely scalable Web3 ecosystem, which is not only infinitely scalable, but is also interconnected. It has unified liquidity or unified composability, where all the applications on all these hundreds or thousands of chains can interact with each other seamlessly.
So from a user perspective, how will Polygon 2.0 feel to me, the end user?
So using Polygon 2.0 will feel like, even if you are on separate chains, there will be hundreds or even thousands of chains. But for an end user, it will feel like using one single chain. It's basically, this whole feels like one single block space. Very soon, you will be able to interact from a DeFi application on some particular, let's say, gaming chain. You have some gaming tokens, and then you want to swap them against some stable coin on a public chain in one single transaction you can do with a like 30-40 seconds finality without moving your assets from one chain to another. All those bridging things with trusting multiple bridges and all that, nothing is needed. For an end user, it will feel like one single infinitely scalable blockchain.
And finally, why is POL called the third generation of hyper-productive tokens? Subscribe to our channel, join our team. See you tomorrow.
This revolution started with BTC, where BTC is the token of Bitcoin network. And the main, utility of BTC is that it's the store of value. But as a user, you can't stake that BTC in the BTC network for providing security or any kind of work in the BTC ecosystem with which you can earn more incentives or rewards. Now Ethereum happens, and now you can validate on this single Ethereum chain using your Ethereum. You can stake it into the network, provide the security into the Ethereum network, and thereby earn the staking reward. And then comes Polygon. Not only you can validate on one chain, you can actually validate on hundreds and hundreds of chains. And not only validate on hundreds of chains, you can also participate in various different roles. That means you can be a validator or sequencer, but you can also be a data availability provider. You can also be a prover, and you can also participate in this aggregator layer, which is aggregating the proofs from various chains. There are many things to do as a POL holder to provide the work and services to the Polygon ecosystem, and that's why it is being called third generation hyper productive.
Well, shout out to Altcoin Daily for that. Interesting. All right, let's get over to Paul Barron. I want to see, this is the Paul Barron Network. Again, all the links to this stuff is down in the description below if you guys are interested. I'm just going to skip forward to the PayPal section. I want to see what he has to say about it because I do value this guy's opinion. He's actually got a really good like news channel in the afternoons, at least in my time. So let's jump into this. If you guys have any questions, just add me in the chat.
So check it out. I want to open up with a clip, and the clip we're going to talk about today to kind of start is just
probably going to show the PayPal thing once again. So sorry, third time's a charm.
PayPal and the stablecoin move that they are making. Listen in.
Yep, same thing again. I honestly think it's a huge deal, though. This is a huge deal.
All right, so this,
sick.
As you can see, is a pretty significant development with PayPal obviously coming in with a stable-coin and all of this running on ETH. If you look at their release here, PayPal launches US dollar stablecoin. It's fully backed by US dollar deposits, short-term US treasuries, and similar cash equivalents. So typical of what things like USDC and even Tether to a certain extent. If you look at some of the details within this is pretty, I think, a pretty significant situation that's brewing right here. Only stablecoins supported within the PayPal network. That's going to be a big deal. This is an ERC20 token, so it's issued on ETH. This is also going to be available already into a very large and growing community, obviously, of current developers, wallets, Web3 applications, etc. PayPal, remember, is a massive ecosystem out there. Most of the current volume of stablecoins is used right now in Web3 specific environments. We know that. PayPal will be used to complete the compatible ecosystem from day one, and soon will be available on Venmo because they're going to be bringing that in as well. It is issued by Paxos, which is the trust company. I'll break down what Paxos uses also of how they're doing it, because there are some benefits to that might be interesting for you guys. Paxos is going to publish a public monthly reserve report for the PayPal USD. So good stuff overall. I think the fact that they're moving in this direction, first of all, I think is a good thing. If you look at Paxos's website, there's two types of formats you can use here. One is the money transmitter license, which you've heard us talk about quite a bit here on the show before. But the trust charter is pretty significant because it does do some things that the money transmitter license does not. Two of the things I like is that third and fourth one, which is holds all client assets bankruptcy remote by law. That's an important scenario, and also can't use customer funds to facilitate other business. So again, these are secure. This will be a good move. The question is obviously with PayPal is how much adoption do you think we're going to see in terms of people starting to use PayPal as a stablecoin for use case? The other thing that will play into this, and I don't know if you guys have a PayPal account, let me know if you have seen this transact in your own account, and that is are they going to be able to pay yield against those reserves that you're holding in there in a PayPal stablecoin? Much like if you hold USDC over on Coinbase or other places where you can get a reserve paid or a yield paid to you for that. I think that will be one of the big triggers that will keep money going out of the PayPal accounts into traditional banks, which then get flipped over into money markets, and people are earning yields anywhere between 4.5 and on up to around 5, 7 right now on those yields. I want to jump over to another topic here, and this is just showing you the size of this account right here, of this scenario right here.
This is Q2 23 PayPal earnings release. Interesting. Real quick, let me see. Yeah, Fudweiser, have a good day, buddy. So I was just looking at this poll in the chat. Actually, I had you guys answer. It says, in your opinion, is PayPal PYUSD bullish for crypto as a whole? 57% of you said yes, but 32% said no. I would like to know why. Like the people that said no, I mean, if you don't want to answer, you don't have to, but why would it not be bullish for crypto? I just want to know your thoughts on it, to be honest.
So this is June 22, so almost a year ago, 429 million active accounts. So I'm going to guess that's based on the growth they had right there, a small percentage. Let's say they're somewhere in the 430 to say 450 million active accounts. That's a significant amount of users. The other thing is that's a significant amount of users on the ETH ecosystem. So this may have a very interesting effect on the Ethereum ecosystem as a whole. And I think this also starts to put a huge, kind of gauntlet down of putting ETH as the payment architecture in terms of how crypto is going to play out here. And there's some other.
Real quick, I'm going to actually bring that up, Retro Mike. So he said they copy Tether smart contract. They can freeze and drain in at any point. Yeah, I mean, we'll go over that in a few minutes.
Things that I think will play out into this from a regulatory standpoint, which also will only benefit crypto as a whole. We'll get to that in a second. But if you guys are PayPal users right now, I'm just kind of curious, would you use PayPal more often than a bank? Hit the like button right now if you think you would use PayPal, especially with the use of now a stable coin versus a bank. Because
bank, way to get people to hit the like button.
Transactions speeds are terrible. Processing, sometimes you have to do all sorts of hoops, jump through all sorts of hoops to get things done in a banking system. I'd love to get your feedback.
I love this guy's channel, but man, what a waste of TVs, man. He had to buy all those TVs instead of just putting a green screen behind him with the same thing on it. It's crazy.
All right, another thing just to remember when you add in, and they had mentioned this in the article there, Venmo had over 50 million active accounts in 2019, significantly increased in 2023 to 78 million. So they could be somewhere around 80 million right now in existence or in addition to that, let's say 450 million. A lot of those will be crossover accounts, though. Some people have both. But there's probably some people that don't have. So let's say they're close to 500 million. That's 500 million people utilizing an ERC path. This could be significant for Ethereum. As I said, there's just so much here. Now, when you look at what's happening in general, just as I want to go to this tweet right here. Stablecoin transfers obviously growing with more than 2 trillion in transactions just in Q1 of 2023. Context, that's more than PayPal processed in all of 22. So you already see the massive growth here and the opportunity. And you're also looking at really 2 behemoths. Obviously, USDC plays a big role here in the United States. Tether, obviously the global stablecoin. Now PayPal, of course, being used around the planet. Could they rival something between the two above USDC and actually go in and rival what's happening with Tether? I don't know. I'm kind of curious how this would get going. Just to give you an example of some of this move that we're already seeing in terms of interest rate. This is really why I think we'll continue to see these kinds of scenarios playing out. And stablecoins, I think, are going to become even more and more prevalent because of the interest rates that are being paid and yields on these accounts. And again, you've got all these different platforms, whether it's Robinhood, Coinbase, and many others that are starting to really accelerate competition for that debanking, which is people moving cash out of banks and into these other methods, especially if stablecoins start to gain yields. That'll be a big, big player. Because, man, I'm telling you, this is going to, and plus you've got the functionality of the PayPal ecosystem to be able to send money and do it in a very unique way. In fact, the way they're going to do it is done through this technology that is a company, a small company called Magic. We've talked about them before. This was the breakdown. PayPal Ventures leads a $52 million funding round for Magic. And this is a non-custodial wallet as a service provider, all Web3 onboarding. And basically what it does is it just makes it easy for sending money in such a simple way that onboarding through fiat or other methods are just so simple, much like when you first used PayPal for the very first time, you were using links and you were probably fascinated with that capability. Same kind of thing is going to be happening with Magic. And I think when you look at just what they've been able to do, this is kind of their plug and play widget. So it's out of the box UI, very sexy. You can kind of see a little bit about what they're doing there in terms of the process and the ease of use. That's the key here. Ease of use. And we've talked about this many times. Whoever comes up with the solution that makes it easy for normal people who have never had a wallet in their life and don't understand MetaMask, don't understand what a seed phrase is, and definitely do not understand how to even utilize a stablecoin. This, I think, is a big gateway, entry gateway for those masses. And when you see that kind of leap forward, not only in technology, but also in adoption with a major company like PayPal, this is big business.
So you just heard what he said, right? Like that, this is big for normies to get into crypto, pretty much normal people, right? Every day that just don't have any like clear idea on what crypto actually is. This is going to onboard them super easy. They already use PayPal, they already use Venmo, things like that. That's why this is such a big deal, at least for me. And then if it does lead into a Ethereum spot ETF, that would be absolutely insane. I disagree about normies. Why is that, Chadwicks? Tell me that. That would be actually awesome to know. I'd love to know your thoughts. Why would you think that it would not be good for normal people to get into crypto, I guess, right? Because like if you think about it, right? PayPal, when PayPal, honestly, PayPal, when it came out, or not when it came out, but just like when, say, older folks would tend to start using it on eBay, or even when I started using it on eBay, right? It was weird. It was weird at first, but it's nice to have that PayPal guarantee that like you're not going to get scammed on eBay because you're using PayPal. Now, if they can bring the same type of stability to crypto inside PayPal, that would be freaking amazing. And I mean, it only takes one thing, and that's, I mean, if they're making their own stablecoin, that's it. It's a huge step. We already have stablecoins. When I first joined in 2021, the crypto fam, he said, I didn't know digital Dali existed. This is big news to me and you, but normies, it's not. But you got to think, right? So it might not be big news to them, but it's not about being big news. It's about being just there in general. Because when they see that Bitcoin symbol, when they see that Ethereum symbol, it's going to like lighten that curiosity in their brain. What is this stuff? What is this Bitcoin? What is this Ethereum? Because that's exactly how I got into crypto. I used to listen to silver and gold, like people talk about like prices of silver and gold, more or less. That's how I heard about Bitcoin, to be honest. So I was a big investor in precious metals and also, you know, real estate, whatever. But when I heard about Bitcoin, I was like, the hell's that? I heard this guy talking about a flash drive and him having Bitcoin on it. I'm like, what is that? This makes no sense. I'm like, I don't understand what the hell's happening. And the flash drive happened to be a ledger. And that was, you know, it's the size of a flash drive. Obviously, it doesn't plug in like a flash drive, but you guys get the gist. So I just started looking into it, and then I'm still falling down the hole. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. But it opens up your brain to think, like, what is this stuff, and why do people want it so bad? I'll never forget looking at Bitcoin and being like, why is it $3,500 and this Ethereum's $200? What's the difference? Like, what is this? I don't understand it. It made no freaking sense to me at all. It took me years to figure it out, like what all of this was. And this is an entire world that nobody even knows about. Let's see. DJ Mine says, once the bull run comes and everyone is talking about crypto, PayPal users will look at it and be interested. And that's a fact. 100%. Their friends will be talking about how they made this much money off of Dogecoin. And then guess what? Everybody's getting into it. I'm telling you, it's going to make things explode. Not financial advice. That's at least my opinion. Good morning, Mr. Teaspoon Miner. Let's see what else this guy has to say.
I'm just kind of curious how fast we will see Chase and many of the major banks come behind this. They have to be thinking that they're going to do this. I can't imagine it not being the case. Not to forget, we reported not too long ago, this was Magic, of course, doing some cool stuff with 7-Eleven. This again goes back to what I think is going to be the future of loyalty, especially around Web3. And they launched this. You could mint and mix it, a digital collectible. This was on Polygon. But the cool thing is they were utilizing the technology for easy access and easy onboarding. That's, again, gets back into the scenario of when we talk about loyalty systems of all sorts of retailers out there, whether it's Nike, you look at what's happening with McDonald's and obviously also with Starbucks, but many more. This is going to go into every retail fabric imaginable, and the opportunity is real. So again, another big advantage for this. All right, so one thing to be aware of is just the amount of adoption that's happening at the corporate level. More than half of Fortune 100 now are developing on initiatives to stay competitive. If you kind of look at the breakdown here, you can kind of see the publicly launched right there. Almost.
All right, I'm gonna pause that. So I want to show you guys this. So this is the only, like, this is what Retro Mike was just mentioning, by the way. This is, yeah, kind of nerve-wracking, right? Says the PayPal stablecoin can be frozen, right? RT for awareness. So PYUSD function freeze. You can see all the coding right here. This is a tweet by Altcoin Daily. So this aspect of it right here, yeah, that sucks, right? But at the end of the day, this is just a step towards regulation. I just say subscribe. What the hell's that? Subscribe. Oh, you can subscribe on Twitter? That's so weird. That's different than following? Weird. I didn't even know that was a thing. Anyways, so yeah, this is kind of a shitty thing, but you got to think, man, with any type of regulation, there's going to be some sort of control, right? So the fact that you can use PayPal and purchase things on eBay with some sort of insurance not to lose your money, I have a feeling it's going to be similar to that, right? It'll be a PayPal stablecoin where you can purchase crypto, and if you have money in like the cryptocurrency account thing and you have it in PayPal or PYUSD, it's going to hold its value and it's going to be kind of just backed by PayPal. So if like your shit gets stolen, I would assume, or your thing gets hacked into, I would assume they would be able to trace it down and figure it out. You know what I mean? So there's got to be some sort of regulation. So I understand the concern there, but if we want adoption to some extent, we need to have some sort of regulation. You know what I mean? Let's see. It's not just the freeze. Once frozen, it can be drained. Well, yeah, I would assume so. No, that makes sense, Retro Mike, for sure. I mean, yeah, but again, at the end of the day, we need some sort of adoption, and control, unfortunately, comes with that. You know what I mean? For these companies, anyways. I could buy crypto without PayPal right now. Yes, you can, but Grandpa doesn't understand that. You know what I mean? It's one of those things, man. It's one of those things. And I thought I was blonde. Retro Mike, you're a dick. What the hell was that? That's rude. That's some rude shit, man. That's messed up. That's messed up. No, but it's the truth, man. You're gonna have some sort of regulation when it comes to adopting in general. And there's no way to get around it, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Let's see. My grandpa's in his grave. Well, not him, obviously. Not specifically, but you know what I'm saying. It's gonna happen though. Anyways, all right, so let's see if there's anything else. I don't know if you guys want to listen to this corporate adoption. Not gonna listen to that anymore, but shout out to Paul Barron for being awesome, and I think that's pretty much it, guys. Let's see if we can find anything else on Cointelegraph. Let's see. All right, Binance sold USDC for BTC and ETH after Silvergate Bank collapse. Interesting. Let's see. Prices. WorldCoin expects more companies to integrate in the coming months. Didn't they just get raided? Didn't we just hear that? The head, let me see. All right, let's read this, I guess. The head of product at Tools for Humanity told Cointelegraph that WorldCoin is expecting more companies to integrate in the second half of the year. WorldCoin has been in the spotlight since its launch on July 24th, with users lining up to scan their irises for a digital ID. This is so weird, man. I still don't understand this, and I would never do it. I don't know how people can actually do this and be okay with it. And others questioning methods for collecting data. The project is built on the premise of supplying users with digital ID via an iris scan that can be used for instant verification online and in the future for assurance of a universal basic income, UBI. Why would you want, what do you mean universal basic income? Look at this. So I don't know if you guys seen this, but I played this a few times. This is literally a line of people standing outside to get their eyes scanned. It's absurd. Absurd. For $2 a week or whatever it is. It's like a couple, or one world coin or a couple world coin. I don't even know how it is, but it's like $2 a week equivalents. It's crazy that people are this nuts over it. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Duke Nukem said more adoption is great, but PayPal TOS allowing them to charge you $5,000 for what? I'm losing you. I'm sorry, Mr. Duke Nukem. But yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying for sure. It's gonna be a learning curve. It's gonna be a learning curve. And ditto, Retro Mike, ditto. It's gonna be a learning curve regardless. I mean, if we want adoption, if we want to see the shit blow up, we need big companies like PayPal, like X now, which used to be Twitter, things like that, to come into the space and make shit happen. So that's what PayPal is doing. I mean, I'm on board for it. I think it's awesome. I want to see where it goes. I mean, it can't be worse than what the hell's going on right now with everything in the SEC, right? So trying to regulate absolutely everything. So PayPal's a big company. It's just a big contender, and I hope that I hope it pays off. Let's see. I want to scroll through this and see if there's anything else that we may have missed today. Go for like 8 more minutes or so. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. MicroStrategy to stay on Bitcoin course even if spot ETFs approved. Why wouldn't you stay on course? Let's see. Michael Saylor compared his firm to a sports car, whereas a spot ETF will be like a super tanker. Super tanker? What the hell's that? When it comes to giving investors Bitcoin exposure. MicroStrategy co-founder Michael Saylor believes that his firm will remain an enticing way for investors to gain exposure to Bitcoin, regardless of any future exchange traded fund approvals, which is also ETF. He has also confirmed his firm's intention to continue adding more Bitcoin to its balance sheet, including with the potential proceeds of a planned 750 million share sale. Speaking to Bloomberg on August 2nd on how an approved spot Bitcoin ETF could impact his firm offering, Michael Saylor was confident MicroStrategy would still be able to offer something spot Bitcoin ETFs can't. He made similar comments during the August 1st earnings call, saying that MicroStrategy will be differentiated as a particular Bitcoin operating strategy when spot ETFs arrive. Bitcoin is up 145% since the company started its purchasing strategy in August 2020. He said adding his firm uses leveraged investments to generate yields that are passed to shareholders. We can tap into leverage because we're an operating company, which an ETF couldn't do. So we view it as being beneficial to the entire ecosystem. Those in quotations. On the other hand, Saylor said spot Bitcoin ETFs would allow large hedge funds and sovereigns to come into the space with billions of dollars. We are a unique instrument. We are the sports car, whereas the spot ETF is going to be the super tanker. Interesting. Read what you said, Mr. UK Miners Club. What are you saying? UBI is basic living wage given for free to the people who don't have to work/earn it. UBI is the future of AI, takes everyone's jobs. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, just tag me if you say anything specific because I won't see it. Let's see. Mr. Beginner's Block. No problem, buddy. Have a good day. All right, I'm going to kill this poll in the chat. So 61% of you say yes, it's bullish. 107 votes. 26% of you say no. And 13% say show results. So interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's see. Saylor confirmed that the goal is to accumulate as much Bitcoin as we can. When asked how much their existing holdings of 152,800 BTC will increase in the quarters to come, he also confirmed that the company intends to sell up to 750 million in a Class A common stock as per a recent SEC filing adding that the primary use of proceeds generally is just to acquire Bitcoin. Interesting. Are any of you guys DCAing into Bitcoin? Anybody here into DCAing into this Bitcoin as of right now? I just purchased a little bit yesterday, but I need to I'm just gonna continue to purchase it here and there. I got it right around 29,000, so we're going to just continue to put some in, and I'm gonna wait and see what happens. DCA via mining, yes. Oh, you know what? I actually, speaking of mining, 2 miners. Let me see. Let's go to 2 miners. They have their Caspa pool now, right? Can you do? Oh, you can do payouts in Bitcoin. I think I just saw it on the, hold on. Right here, payouts in Bitcoin. Yes, hell yeah. So you can do payouts in Bitcoin. Interesting. I think I'm gonna swap my miner to that, because why not? I've never automatically converted it to Bitcoin though, so I gotta see how that works. Is it like difficult to do? I guess you just gotta put your Bitcoin address in somewhere, but I've never done it, so we will see. I'm sure it's pretty easy to figure out, but that is gonna be my plan. Network bits. Wait, all right, so those losers have helium therapy podcast sessions where they complain about other people complaining. I wouldn't be caught dead hanging out with those clowns. That's great. Find out your failure works. Great. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that because I think it's probably the best way to do it, or the best way to acquire Bitcoin at I guess at like the best DCA strategy for like a miner versus buying and selling. I think it's easier to mine and just have it swap in the background right to Bitcoin. I don't know. That's kind of my my idea. Mr. Fully Electric, good morning. Good to see you. I was just talking about putting the KS0 on a auto convert to Bitcoin over in 2 miners, because I don't really, I mean, personally, I don't care about holding Caspa, but I would like it to DCA me into Bitcoin. I think that's probably the best way to do it. You create a wallet in Hive OS for Caspa, but put BTC address instead of Caspa address. Oh, okay. All right. That sounds about right. That's neat though. It's neat how they can do that, but I mean, I get it. I definitely get it. Let's see. Condibits. I converted some last year, but haven't sold any for 6 months or so, said Retro Mike. Interesting. Condibits. What did he say? Well, did you sell any Kyla yet? Oh, interesting. So Kyla is that coin that only has like what, 21,000? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 21,000 coins, and the block reward's like 0.005 or something. So it's like stupid low. Yeah, right here. Max supply of 21,000 KCN coins. Very, very interested. This is like literally the lowest supply of coins I've ever seen on any other. Like, is there any other coin that has a lower amount than 21,000? I would assume not, but that's crazy. What the hell? Oh, the project deep dives there. Look at that. Look at that. Interesting. But yeah, that's kind of neat. 241.65 is how much it is right now. Oh no, this is August. Oh yeah, August 8th. Interesting. So that is today. Weird. All right, one last look. Let's see, what's the biggest earner of the month? Man, almost Caspa. 91.4% in the last month. Caspa's up. God damn. XDC is up 114%. Jesus. 6 cents. Is anybody into the XDC network? What the hell is that? Actually, can I click on, is there a website somewhere how to do this? Maybe. XDC network. What is this? You can purchase it pretty much everywhere, except for not on Coinbase. Holy shit, it's on a lot of exchanges. Dude, there's so many exchanges. I never even heard of half of this shit. What is HIT BTC? What is that? Or FMFW? Probit Korea? God damn. See, when coins are in all these exchanges, it's like, it's kind of it almost feels like it's already at its peak potential of like people investing into it or being like FOMOing in. Like if you look at, say, Dynex, right? Dynex has been exploding lately, by the way, so congrats to them. Holy shit, it's up to $1.28. Is that the all-time high now? $1.31 it hit. Holy hell, congrats to anybody that's still mining this. I ain't gonna lie, I think there's a few people still solo mining it that are making a freaking killing every day. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. As soon as my GPUs get turned on, I am heavy hitting Dynex for sure. But so looking at like the exchanges that this place or that Dynex is at, oh wow, they actually got on quite a bit now. Holy shit, I don't remember them being all over here. I thought it was just Trade Ogre and TXBit and MEXC. I don't even remember them being on MEXC, to be honest. But what the hell's Bing X and Bitmart? It was like a ghetto Kmart. The hell? L Bank? What was L Bank? Interesting. But the whole point of me bringing this up was when there's not like a giant list of exchanges that these coins are on, that's probably the time to start looking into certain coins. That's how the most of the money's made, to be honest, because once things are listed on bigger exchanges, that's when the price pumps typically, right? Let's see. I personally think one BTC is good, then go to other coins. Interesting. Sustainable crypto. I personally hold both, but with a lean heavier to swapping to BTC because I really want one BTC. Yeah, it's a smart move. Well, you got to think, right? So you're already in the top, like, what is it, 10% of the world if you own like 0.0s. I think it's like 0.001 or something. Oh, let me look. A Bitcoin. Top percent Bitcoin holders. Let me see. Let's see what this is. The top 1% of Bitcoin holders control more than 27% of the total supply. No, that's not what I wanted. However, the exact definition of the 1% club can be challenging. Oh, with figures cited ranging from as low as 0.28 BTC to 15 BTC. No, this is a different kind of that's not what I was looking for. I forget what it is. I think it's I honestly think it's like 0.001 or 002 or something, but it's equivalent to like $50. If you put in $50, like as of right now, you're gonna have more Bitcoin than most people ever will be able to own ever, especially after the next bull run. Let's see. I do have over one. Perfect. I personally think one BTC is good. Yeah. So I mean, you and me both, but I will still continue to hold Bitcoin, or I guess obtain Bitcoin, because I think that's it's the safest bet for me personally. I think it's the safest bet. I think it was 0.001 when we watched it that day. Yeah, I gotta find it. Hold on. How much? I forget what I looked up that day. I think it was, did I do top 10%? I can't remember. God, I can't remember. It auto-corrected to bitch instead of Bitcoin. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell is this thing looking up? Hold on. No, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. Now I can't find it, obviously. Obviously, I can't find it now. Sorry, guys, bear with me. I'm looking to see. I swear, I thought it was 0.001 and 0.002. It was like equivalent to about $50. And I can't remember what the hell I searched. I don't know why I can't remember it. Hold on. Yeah, I can't find it. I don't know. I'll post it in Discord later. I'll look for it. But I did look it up before, and it was like, yeah, about $50. So you got to think, there's what, 21 billion people in the world? Sorry, 8 billion people in the world. There's 21 million Bitcoin ever to be created. It's physically impossible for everybody to own one Bitcoin, right? If you own one Bitcoin, you're well off if Bitcoin ever gets to an explosive point. You know what I mean? And I honestly don't see why it won't get 6 figures. Personally, can confirm sustainable crypto has the deals and is a cool cat. Sustainable crypto. CCXD, I learned a lot from XDC. It's a coin you buy and hold. I purchased it back in 2020 and sold a lot when it hit 20 cents. Now it's going up again. Will sell more soon. Nice. Okay. Interesting. I've never looked into it. XDC network. I'm gonna have to look into that actually. XDC network, Because I want to, they have a website, I assume. XDC network. No, I don't want your emails. Success depends on your network. What is this? Get out of here. What the hell? Some trippy ass stuff going on this page. XDC network is an enterprise grade open source blockchain protocol and EVM compatible chain with enforceable smart contracts. It is uniquely suited to revolutionize, decentralize, and liquefy the trade finance industry through the tokenization of real world assets and financial instruments. Honestly, that was like, those letters are like almost too big to read. I'm getting tripped up over it. Enterprise, the XDC network is groundbreaking blockchain with impressive speed, scalability, low fees, and military grade security. Using XDC network, businesses can improve their record keeping, exchange data, and transfer assets more efficiently and more securely. Interesting. Trade finance, the XDC network sets a benchmark for digitizing trade finance by enabling the tokenization of diverse trade finance instruments and assets. Developers and creators, the XDC network is an enterprise grade open source and EVM compatible layer 1 blockchain geared to accommodate any EVM tool set. Developers can carry their skills from other chains onto the XDC network. Neat. I've never been to this website. Pretty neat. I'll have to look into this. So did you wait, so Fully Electric, I know you're a miner at heart and you have an insane operation. If you guys don't know, he's Fully Electric's an OG. He's got like a bunch of different locations with a bunch of miners. It's insane. Did you mine this? Like, is this a mineable? Like, how did you do that? How did you get into this? Or did you just like swap it or purchase it? And I apologize if you already said that. But I mean, you cannot shy away from it doing good right now. XDC. Let's see, what's it at price wise? Oh, it was? Am I wrong? XDC? Yeah. So it's at 6 cents right now. Did you say you sold it at 20 cents? It hit 20 cents. Now it's going up. But you did say you sold. You son of a bitch. Fully Electric. All right, so here, so CoinGecko, just so you guys know, CoinGecko is a little off on their all-time highs, but they do like a collective grab of everything as far as I know. So 19 cents that registers here, but it might not have actually hit 20 cents. But who knows? I have seen like the charts on CoinGecko be like over 20 cents, but it only mark, or like over like a certain number, but it still only says the all-time high at is what it is. Interesting. Crazy. I mean, at least it started off pretty low, 1/10 of a penny, and then it popped. But it's like, why? What makes it pop? Or what made it pop, I guess. Interesting. Guys, hit that like button. Appreciate you hanging out. Let's see. What else you got? Ooh, actually, you know what? Mr. Hawk Crypto Mining made a video about the phone farm stuff this morning. So if you guys haven't seen, or if you're interested in doing foam mining, go check out his video. Mr. Retro Mike also has a fantastic video that he put out yesterday that teaches you how to get your little track phone that you're mining with or whatever, like on your PC. Like, it's crazy. You can like, it's kind of like puttying into a your little Raspberry Pi or something on your PC, right? But it actually gives you the entire user interface. It's super neat. So I might use it to do my video. I actually recorded my entire video with my cell phone like this over the freaking mining cell phones and setting it up. It was a complete pain in the ass. And then I find out he dropped the video and you could remote into it. I was like, son of a bitch. It's like, well, there goes all that footage for no reason. Anyways, but I don't know if you guys are interested in doing phone mining, go check out Mr. Retro Mike Tech. Even though he hates me for whatever reason, it's he makes good videos on that. So I'm going to be following it for my setup video as well. I'll be doing that at some point today. Let's see. CCXD. No, I purchased it just like many other coins. When they come up and have potential, I would buy it. Interesting. So Fully Electric, where do you purchase your coins? If you don't mind me asking, where do you find coins that I don't know, I'm sure you hear about them somewhere. Like, I know Bitcoin Talk's a real good one, even though it's stupid old. Like, people still go there and get insight on new coins and such. But where do you purchase these coins that you hear of? I made sure I dropped it after everyone was already aggravated. Dude, honestly, the phones are so easy to set up. It's like so stupid easy. After I did the second one, like I just remembered all the commands to do all of it. It's so easy now that you know it. But like when you're doing it, it's kind of intimidating at first for sure, because you don't know what the hell you're doing, you know? I'm not like a Linux guy. I've never been a Linux guy, but once I get into it, kind of like setting up the Raspberry Pi for my solo Bitcoin miners, like that was, once I did it, it was stupid easy. Phones are for talking, still have a rotary phone, says Leo Lustig. That's terrible. Overwar Tech drinks a healthy bottle of Haterade in the morning. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. CCXD CoinX, safe trade. If a few that always gets the latest coins with potential. CoinX. So CoinX, you know what? I just finally signed up for Trade Ogre. But I didn't, I haven't used it yet. I just made an account yesterday because I want to be able to swap my Dynex. So this is, oh, they do have a dark mode. Look at that. So CoinX, this, I've never been on this. Well, actually I lied. I probably have been on this site. I didn't know they had an app, but, oh, they got Caspa too. Interesting. So you use CoinX, huh? Now, is this US based? I assume. And you know what's interesting too? Exchanges like this, like say like Trade Ogre and CoinX, and like, you know how like the SEC goes hits cracking Coinbase, like when is it their time to get hit? Like Trade Ogre's isn't it in the US? Am I wrong? Let's see. Fully Electric said no, you need a VPN. Okay, so this is not in the US. Obviously, if you need a VPN, so that's okay. So they're safe. I think MEXC supports both Caspa and Dynex. It was easy to sign up. Yes, Dynex is on MEXC. We just saw that actually. CoinX is blocked in the US now. They will disable your account if you access from a US IP. Interesting. So make sure you enable your VPN. But there was, you know what, they were trying to pass a bill too where they could ban VPNs. I don't know if you guys remember that a couple weeks ago, or it was a couple weeks ago, right? Maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, something like that. They were like saying that they were going to be able to ban VPNs, but that is like such a violation of your like rights. It's absurd. Let's see. L3 and other era ASICS 150. What is happening? What are you saying? Anyone near upstate New York that wants stupid cheap hardware, frames, PSUs, risers, cables, etc., hit me up. I can't ship that stuff. Sustainable crypto. Why, you getting out of mining? That's interesting. Were you selling all your stuff? Crazy. Leave TO alone. Trade Ogre. Dude, honestly, Trade Ogre, I heard really good things. Like Max used it, and I heard their customer support's amazing. So hey, you know what? Shout out to them. I mean, that's gonna be shitty if they ever get whacked, right, for being in the US, but I don't know. Trade Ogre is located in the USA. The company's headquarters is based in Los Angeles. Yeah, it's in California. With offices also in New York City. Really? You Googled that. Interesting. I didn't know they were in New York too. I thought they were just in California. That's weird. What ramps do people use in the USA? So I just use Coinbase. That's what I use. But other people use other things, so I don't know. Sustainable Crypto has the deals, can confirm, says Dan Ruggs. Perfect. I think their logo scares away the feds. A good way to lay low, I guess, right? So yeah, like their logo is freaking gross. It is gross. Hold on. This is it right here. This is Trade Ogre. It doesn't really show their logo here, but yeah, their logo is pretty rough. But dude, they have like everything. Legit. It's crazy. Anyways. All right, guys. I gotta get the hell out of here. Back to daddy duty. It is gonna be a long day and it's rainy. Got yard work to do, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to stick through the rain. Let's see. CCXD Trade Ogre is also very good. They are too small to get it. He said, plus they do not do any investments or leverage trading. They are just an exchange. Yeah, that's a good point too. That's a good point. Well, yeah, I guess Coinbase, right? They do investment stuff, like staking, all that. They did not. They don't do any leverage though, right? Coinbase, as far as I know, I'm pretty positive they don't. But I know Kraken got hit because of the whole leverage and staking thing. So yeah, that makes sense. Maybe they just don't give a shit. And again, Gary Gensler did come out and say that he's going to focus on AI and the issue at hand there versus crypto. So we're gonna have to see where that goes. Anyways, guys, have a good day. Hopefully you guys enjoy your Tuesday, and I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good day. Peace out. Retro Mike, I still love you.